Good evening everyone and welcome aboard the Inspiration Express. It is time for the anecdote of the day. Today's anecdote is a well-known story, in fact, the story of the rabbit and the tortoise, or the hare and the tortoise. We all know that the moral of the story is that slow and steady wins the race. It's the tortoise that wins the race because he is steady on his route. But I have a question. What if we change a few details of the story? The one detail that I'm looking for is the one about the finish line. What if the rabbit and the tortoise did not know where the finish line was? The lack of direction would have resulted in neither winning, because they could have gone off course, they could have gone in any direction, and they would never really finish the race because they didn't know where the race was going towards. They didn't know where the finish line was. They didn't know where the direction signs were. They didn't know anything because the end goal, the finish line, was not known. The same thing happens to us in life. We need to have a goal. It can be a large goal, it can be a small goal, it doesn't matter. But we need something to work towards. We need a finish line, because without that finish line, we do not have direction. But what if that finish line is very large? Then we make stop signs, we make milestones, we make smaller goals. So we've got arrows along the way. These arrows are milestones, and when we reach an arrow, we know that we are moving in the right direction. It's important that we have a large goal in life, because then we know we have something to strive towards. Right? And once we have that, then we can have smaller goals derived out of that large goal. From this, we can then create action plans. The action plans will give us direction to move in. We will know whether we are succeeding or failing. And from the failures, we will be able to learn. And by learning, we will be able to succeed. But we must have those smaller goals, and we must acknowledge those smaller goals when we reach them, because acknowledging them will give us the energy to move on to the next small goal. So once we reach one arrow, we know we are moving in the right direction, and from that arrow to move to the next, we need to pat ourselves on the back, take a short break, congratulate yourself, enjoy the moment, then move on. Remember, we need the large goal because that gives us direction. Direction is what helped the tortoise win the race. Direction made the race. Let's create direction. With that, I'd like to say my name is Abhilash. You can call me Abhi. Namaste.